Okay, so my least favorite new game of last year was Tears. Great game, but reused too much. So with Tears out of the way, the next game on my list is of course my most talked about, Spider-Man 2. Great game, but it also has its issues.
Oh my god, dog.
Guys, I know, you're probably tired of hearing Spider-Man 2 is great, but Craven wasn't it, or Venom wasn't it, or the whole story wasn't it. I'm not gonna talk about that. Or Peter's suit selection again. I kinda grown fond of his more traditional yet subtle style of suits, you know? I actually might like Peter's suits over Miles. Okay, but my biggest problem with the game is actually the combat. I don't want to go into full detail on why the combat could be better, because I can go all day, but to sum it up, the one button attack sucks, you get no iframes after you get attacked, the takedown animations are still lame even for the symbiote, TASM 2 has more cool looking and brutal takedown animations, despite not having a symbiote in the game and having the corniest Spider-Man ever.
Well, if it isn't the Kingpin. Catchy name, but I have to say, you look more like a bowling ball than a pin. Maybe a beach ball?
The combat feels disconnected. Like 1 second, Spider-Man could be slapping a thug around, and the next he could be calling in an orbital precision strike from out of nowhere. Cooldown timers, especially the ones that don't reset between each battle. A lot of enemies' attacks cannot be missed unless you dodged or blocked. The parry is useless. It doesn't give you any new options. It doesn't make the enemy more vulnerable. It doesn't even give you a cool animation attached to it. The only purpose it serves is to justify undodgeable attacks to be added in the game, which I digress. We really should have got a grab button instead, or added depth and style to the combat. Just imagine all the grab animations we can get. The bosses are kind of bad. Mostly all of them are just your standard 1v1s in a closed off arena. All but one follow the same pattern of dodging, blocking, and chipping at their health bar. And the big three dudes are pretty horrendous to fight against, especially on high difficulties. They're really tanky, can nope out of any combo, and can kill you in a few hits. Not to mention that all of the bosses are multi-phase. The dev team really should expand on the formula from the last game, instead of trying to be like Sifu. And yeah, that is the worst part about the game. But it isn't. The worst part is how much fighting you do. I wouldn't have all these complaints about the combat if the game wasn't 70% of it. I swear, this is the reason that Spider-Man didn't get any awards. If the game decided to reduce on the combat by a lot, and fill it with web swinging content, not puzzles or endgame missions, this game would have been a lot better. But instead, we got a game that is better than Tears of the Kingdom.